Welcome back to the wonderful world without cup leeches, and to see what Xfinity regular races that they should have won. We'll be looking at the 1984 season. Sorry it took so long for me to get to this. I'm just so insanely preoccupied with Let's Plays and the Robin series on my other channel. It just doesn't really leave me with much time to do anything else. But let's get right into it, shall we? First off, I'll explain what a leech is and define it so we know what to look for. It's been 8 months since I last did one of these videos, so I'm sure a lot of you will need a refresher. So here's the part in the first video that I did of the series. Before we begin, we ought to explain what I define as a cup leech. Each person will have their own varying opinion on what a cup leech is, but I'll explain mine at the very least. To put it bluntly and simply, I consider a leech someone who runs exactly 50% of the cup races or more. For example, in 1985, Tommy Ellis ran 14 of the 28 cup races that season, but he also ran multiple Busch races and won 5 times. So by my definition, he would be a cup leech for that particular year, and therefore his wins wouldn't count, and it'll go to the next highest Busch regular. And also there'll be multiple instances where one cup driver will be a cup leech for one season and then they're not for the next. So we'll have to go over it each season and driver for that particular year over and over again. But I know it's very tedious, but it will get the point across, so we are very thorough throughout all this. A more recent example would be Ross Chastain. In the 2018 Xfinity race, he actually won it at Las Vegas. But by my rules, he is a cup leech as he ran 34 of the 36 races, and it would go to the next highest regular, which in that case will be Justin Allgaier. It doesn't matter if he's in trash equipment and cup, I have to make this extremely clear cut so no exceptions are made no matter what. If they run on or above half the cup schedule, they are considered a leech by my definition. With that out of the way, let's get into everything else. 1984 starts off at Daytona and Darrell Waltrip gets the win. He's a cup regular at this point, so we'll look at second place. Blake Speed's a cup regular too, or at least is qualified to be a leech in the season with his 19 starts, so that's over the 50% threshold. Third place of Jeffrey Bodine is a leech too, so he won't count. The fourth place of Sam Ard is your true winner for this race. Races 2 through 5 were all won by regulars of this series. Race 6 to go to Darlington, where Ron Bouchard got the win. He's a cup guy in 84, so he doesn't count. Same with Bodine and Bobby Allison. Fourth place of Sam Ard is your Xfinity regular winner for this event. Races 7 through 11 were also won by Xfinity regulars, so there's nothing to discuss here. Race 12 to go to Charlotte where Bobby Allison won. Naturally, with him being a cup guy, we must look at the next highest finisher. In fact, second place through 5th are all cup guys, so the actual Xfinity Series regular winner would go to the 6th place person of Sam Ard. Races 13 through 18 were all won by regulars, so there's nothing to note here. Race 19 is at IRP where Morgan Shepherd won. Obviously, he's a cup guy at this point, so with that, we'll be looking at second place. And that is Sam Ard, who will be our true winner of this race. Races 20 and 21 were run by series regulars. Race 22 is at Bristol where Morgan Shepherd won in real life, so our real winner comes from second place of Sam Ard. Race 23 they go to Darlington as Ron Bouchard won in real life. And our true winner is found in the second place finisher of Sam Ard. And if you're noticing now, good God, this man has won a lot of races this season. And he would have won a crap ton more if cup guys never raced in this series looking back on this now. Race 24 goes to Richmond where Tommy Ellis won. In this season, he is a cup leech since he ran over 50% of the races in this season. And second place is Bodine, who we established as a cup guy. So the third place of Butch Lindley is our true winner. He had no cup starts in 84, so he's well below the threshold of being a cup leech. Race 25 to go to North Wilkesboro, run by the regular Sam Ard. Race 26 to go to Charlotte, and Darrell Waltrip wins it in real life. Second place is Phil Parsons, who is a cup leech since he ran 23 to 30 cup races that season, so he doesn't count either. Our true winner comes from the third place guy of Sam Ard. Race 27 to go to Hickory where Larry Pearson won. He made no cup starts in this season, so he is an Xfinity regular. Race 28 to go to Rockingham where Jeffrey Bodine won. He's a cup guy, so he obviously doesn't count. Same with second place of Ron Bouchard. Bosco Lowe is our true winner of this race. He made no cup starts in 1984 and is obviously well below the qualification of being a cup leech, so this is why he's our winner here. Race 29 is the season finale in Martinsville and Morgan Shepherd won the race. The second place finisher of Elton Sawyer is your true winner for this event as he wasn't a cup driver at this point of his career. And with that, the season's done. In 29 races, there were 10 leech winners. This amounts to a percentage of cup guys winning in the series to 34.48%, which at this point is the highest percentage of leech winners in a season. A record I'm sure will be broken sooner than later. So here's the win counts for this season. Butch Lindley, Larry Pearson, Bosco Lowe, and Elton Sawyer have 1 win. Tommy Houston gets 2 wins. Jack Ingram has 8 wins. And last but not least, Sam Ard has a staggering 15 wins. And in the all-time win list, it goes like this. 5th place is tied with Phil Parsons, David Pearson with 2 wins apiece. 4th place is Butch Lindley and Tommy Houston tied with 8 wins. Third place is Tommy Ellis with 11 wins. Second place is Jack Ingram with 22 wins. And first is Sam Ard with 34 wins. Needless to say, Sam Ard is an absolute beast in this series. And to get that many wins in a 3-year span is just nuts. This season seemed pretty straightforward as it didn't really have much winners. Jack Ingram and Sam Ard alone made up for 23 of the 29 wins this season. The amazing thing is Sam Ard finished behind a Cup regular 7 times, and 3 of them was when he was in second place. He won 15 of the 29 races in the season, which is obviously well over a 50% win ratio for the season, which again is insane, and I don't think we'll be seeing that feat again in quite some time in this series. It's a shame that he had a career-ending crash this season, because had he kept going at this rate of wins that he was getting per season, he would have easily gotten over 50-plus wins during his career. So there you have it. That's the 1984 season. I'll try to do these a little more often, hopefully at least once or twice a month. So hopefully that becomes a thing. I like to try to do these. I think they're fun. This is something I don't think really anyone has done on YouTube, so I want to be the first. So hopefully you enjoyed. I know these are pretty short, but one of these days it's going to be a giant supercut that's going to probably be like over an hour long, so it'll definitely be worth it long term. So I like this format. I think it's fun. I'll try to do these a little more often so there's not such big of a gap. And it's time for me to start doing videos that I really want to make, because what do I got to lose at this point with this channel? So yeah, that'll do it for me. I'll see you all later and have a good day.